Hello guys, welcome again to my channel. This is Lori Belvarado, your travel agent, and we are discussing the entry of the foreign national, which is implemented by the IETF, which is in charge on the protocol or restriction of the Philippines. So, effective this February 1, the IETF implemented that the foreign nationals are allowed already to enter in the Philippines with some rules or conditions. One condition is they should have a valid visa upon the entry, and except for those who are in a balikbayan program of the Bureau of Immigration. The second condition is that they must have the 7 days pre-book hotel accredited, the quarantine pre-book hotel. The third condition is swab test on the 6 days of their arrival in the Philippines and on their hotel. And the fourth condition is availability of the inbound passenger. So it depends whether they are on the maximum capacity or availability of the inbound passenger. The Philippines is only allowed 3,000 inbound passengers. So if you exceeded that on the 3,000 passenger, so you will be going to wait for your turn again to be on that list. So who's belong to that foreign national? Let's see who belongs to that category.
The passengers allowed to travel to the Philippines per Bureau of Immigration Advisory dated January 30, 2021 without the need of entry exception document is the 9A visa holder diplomats accredited to the Philippines, including foreign embassies and foreign government and international organization official. Number 2 is the foreign airline crew. 3. 9C visa holder, foreign saver visa. 4. Holder of 93 trader visa, USA, Japan, and Germany is included. 5 is the Sections 13 series of Commonwealth Act number 613 as amended. Number 6 is the RE 7919 visa holder, the Social Integration Act of 1995, granted to qualified foreign nationals who have entered the country prior to June 30, 1992. And the 7th is Executive Order 325 visa holder, which is legal resident granted under E0327 for qualified foreign national who entered the Philippines before January 1, 1984. Native-born visa holders are also allowed to enter the Philippines. Foreigner born with permanent resident status in the Philippines. 9 is the temporary resident visa holder. MCL-07-021 permanent resident visa holder are also allowed to enter the Philippines. It includes the Chinese national and married to Filipino citizen. The 11th is the following provided they have a valid new or existing visa and the principal Philippine national is in the country. 1 is the foreign spouse of Filipino national. 2 is a foreign parent of minor Filipino children and of Filipino children with special needs regardless of age. And 3 is a foreign parent of minor Filipino children and of Filipino children with special need regardless of age. 12 is the dual Filipino citizen is also allowed to enter in the Philippines carrying foreign passport provided they possess and present a recognition certificate or Citizenship Retention and Reacquisition Act of 2013. Holder of Special Investor Resident Visa issued under EO 226 are also allowed to enter in the Philippines. Holder of Regional Office Headquarters, visa issued under RA 8756 are also allowed. Then the holder of 47 visas issued by the DOJ is also allowed. The 16 is the holder visa issued by the Aurora Pacific Economic Zone and Freeport Authority, Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority, Authority of the Freeport Area of Bataan, Cagayan Economic Zone Authority, and Clark Development Corporation are also allowed to enter in the Philippines. Filipino citizen, foreign spouses, and children regardless of age from non-visa required country who are traveling with them and avail of visa-free entry privilege under RA number 6766 Baligayan programs are also allowed. The former Filipino citizens, including their foreign spouses and children from non-visa required countries regardless of age, who are traveling with them and avail of visa-free entry privilege under RA number 6766 Balikbayan program are also allowed now to enter the Philippines. Holder of 9G visa who departed the Philippines on or after December 17, 2020, provided they have a valid visa at the time of entry, are now allowed in the Philippines. Passengers allowed to travel to the Philippines effective February 16, 2020, those with valid and existing visa as of March 20, 2020, and who were not permitted to enter under previous IATF resolution are the following: holder of valid 9G visa issued on or prior to March 20, 2020 and with an expired visa at the time of entry. And number 2 is the holder of valid 9F, SBAG, and SIRB under EO63 visas issued on or prior to March 20, 2020 and with an expired visa at the time of entry. Holder of valid and existing special residence and retirees visas provide they are present an entry exception documents to the Bureau of Immigration upon arrival are special residence and retirees visa, and 9A visa holders are now allowed in the Philippines. Additional requirement for arriving immigrant and non-immigrant visa holder issued by the Bureau of Immigration. 1. Immigrant must present valid re-entry permit or validly extended re-entry permit unless otherwise exempted. Failure to present valid re-entry permit or validity extended re-entry permit shall be ground from exclusion, and the immigrant shall be immediately boarded in the next available flight. Non-immigrant must present valid special return certificate or validity extended special return certificate unless otherwise exempted. Failure to present valid special return certificate or validity extended special return certificate shall be a ground from exclusion, and the immigrant shall be immediately boarded in the next available flight. For national, except for Section 9E visa holders shall present a pre-book accommodation for at least 6 nights in accredited quarantine hotel facility and the immigration counter for initial check. Those who fail to present a pre-book accommodation shall be denied entry and shall be boarded immediately in the next available flight. So what you're gonna do when you are traveling to the Philippines? There are some steps to follow when you are traveling to the Philippines. Here is the step. So step 1, you have to register online on the case investigation form from your point of origin for the unique QR code to be presented on the one-stop shop upon arrival in the Philippines. For the case investigation form, which will be landed on the Terminal 2, the passenger which is landed on the Terminal 2 should be filled up online on the case investigation form of the PAL. And when you are landed on the Terminal 1 and 3, you will be going to register on the PADLAB case investigation form. So I will put the link on the description of this video, so check it out, okay? So step 2, pre-book at any Bureau of Quarantine accredited hotel for at least 7 days from your date of arrival, and prepare 4,000 pesos for your swabbing test on the 60th days of your arrival in the Philippines, and extra money also for your
transportation from the airport going to your hotel. So step 3, when you are in the airport, you have to present the case investigation form that you have been filled up online to the Bureau of Quarantine. Step 4, proceed to the one-stop shop briefing area where the Coast Guard will be in charge on the briefing for your quarantine protocol and your distribution of the affidavit of undertaking. So step 5, the validation of your hotel facility. You have to proceed to the Department of Tourism to validate your hotel facility. 6th step, you have to proceed to the private laboratory desk for your data and for your payment of your rt-pcr test, which will be conducted on your quarantine hotel by the assigned COVID-19 private laboratory. So now, on the 7th step, you have to proceed to the Bureau of Immigration for the clearance and for your passport checking. 8th step, you have to take now your luggage. Step 9, you have to present the duly accomplished affidavit of undertaking to the Philippine Coast Guard. So 10th step, you have to take an airport taxi to your hotel. Step 11, when you are in your quarantine, you have to consider the following. You have to consider your ticket, airline ticket, or bus ticket, anything that can take you to your home. You have also to consider the letter of acceptance from your LGU and the travel pass from the PNP to any point of your departure. 12th step, on your 60th days on your arrival in the Philippines, you have to take now your rt-pcr swab test. So the negative result of rt-pcr test will be sending on your email, and when you receive it, you have to wait for the Bureau of Quarantine health certificate, which is indicating the days of your quarantine in your facilities. So the Bureau of Quarantine health certificate is very important because you have to present it to the in charge in the hotel facilities for your checking out. So after checking out, you have to report to your LGU. So don't go anywhere. You have to report immediately to your LGU, because when you are not going to present yourself to your LGU immediately, it will be cause of the ground of imposition of another 14 days quarantine. Always observe health protocol during your travel. Upon arrival on your locality, you have to coordinate on your LGU for the accounting and instruction. Your LGU has been informed earlier of your arrival in your locality by the DRG mechanism. Once released from your LGU quarantine, you must observe a health standard protocol. You have to wear mask, observe physical distancing, and always wash your hands.